Hey guys, it's Jasmina.
Hi, it's Tianyu.
Today we're going to be celebrating Mid-Autumn Festival by making Chinese mooncakes.
So Mid-Autumn Festival is when family and friends come together. It's sort of like a Chinese Thanksgiving, and they come together and eat and celebrate the harvest.
The festival falls on the 15th day of the 8th month on the lunar calendar, and this year it's on October 4th. On this day, the moon is brighter and fuller than usual.
So how did this festival come to be? According to Chinese legends, there was once a goddess of the moon named Chang'e. There are many different versions of the story, and I'll make sure to leave the full story in the description box below. But one version of the story goes that Chang'e and her husband Hou were immortals.
The Jade Emperor had 10 unruly sons who transformed into 10 suns into the sky, and this caused great despair for the humans on Earth. The Jade Emperor sent the archer Hou to teach his sons a lesson. Hou shot down 9 of the 10 sons, but this angered the Jade Emperor, who banished Chang'e and Hou from heaven.
In order to become immortals again, Hou managed to get his hands on an elixir that assured everlasting life. Chang'e and Hou planned to each drink half the elixir so that they could both ascend to heaven together. But one day, when Chang'e was home alone, she couldn't help but be tempted by the promise of immortality. She ended up drinking all of the elixir, but as a banished deity, could not ascend to heaven and instead drifted to the moon.
From then on, people would offer sacrifices and pray to the moon in hopes of good luck and a bountiful harvest.
Without further ado, let's get started on our Chinese mooncake recipe. So first you want to add 56 grams of golden syrup. Next you want to add 1.5 grams of lye water. And then you want to use a rubber spatula and mix it all together. Add 20 grams of peanut oil, but vegetable oil can also work. And mix the two together as well as you can. Next, you're gonna need 85 grams of all-purpose flour, but cake flour can also work. Slowly sift the mixture in while folding it into your wet mixture. You can use your hands to knead the dough a bit, and if it's too wet or too dry, you can add oil or flour accordingly. When your dough is fully mixed, you can take it out and wrap it in saran wrap, and then leave it to reset for 2 to 3 hours.
Now let's make the filling. But just as a reminder, you don't have to use red bean paste. You can use black bean paste, lotus seed paste. Those are the 3 typical types of paste you put in traditional mooncake. And also I'm going to be using salted duck eggs. Depending on the person, some people don't like salted duck eggs, some people do. So I'll just be making some with and some without. So let's start off with our red bean paste. If you want your mooncake to have the salted duck egg, use 25 grams of red bean paste. Fold it into a ball, and if you have the one with the duck egg in it, flatten it first. And since we will be making smaller mooncakes, I'm going to actually cut this duck egg in half, or else it will be too salty. Take 2 teaspoons and let's divide the dough. This is going to make about 10 mooncakes. Tear 2 slips of parchment paper and get yourself a rolling pin. Dust your parchment paper with a bit of flour and take one of your rolled dough pieces and put them on the parchment paper. Roll it out into a nice even circle. You want it to be slightly thin, about 2 times the size of your bean paste. Peel the top off, put it on our hands. This process is super gentle. Let's take a paste and put it in the middle. Fold up the corners. We have to slowly take our time to do this. We don't want to have any spots. We want everything to be evenly covered. A mooncake has to be beautiful.
Now when you're finished putting the filling in the dough, it's time to shape them with your mold. We have a circular one and a square one, and we'll make sure to put the links of where you can find these down in the description box below. First you want to take your dough and filling, take your mold and put the pattern that you want inside the mold. And your dough might be a little bit too big to fit in your mold, so you can just roll it slightly so that it becomes a bit longer and put it into your mold. Push it down slightly so that it sticks, and then turn it over and put it on a flat surface. Push down firmly so that the pattern gets pressed into your dough. Then you want to slowly push your dough out. The mold might be stuck to your mooncake, so take the mold and shake it lightly so that it comes off. we're all done with shaping the mooncakes. So you want to put all the mooncakes onto a baking tray. Now you want to put it in your oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes or until it starts turning a little bit brown.
Prepare for the egg wash. Take an egg and separate it, and we only want the egg yolk. Take the egg yolk and put it in a bowl. Take just a pinch of salt and put it on top of this egg yolk. I'm gonna take my chopsticks and stir it up. Okay, after 5 minutes, let's do our egg wash. A couple things about this egg wash. You don't want to put too much egg wash or else the design is going to flatten. Also, you have to be extremely gentle or else you can break it. This will give your mooncake a nice glow. Okay, I think I'm done. Now let's put this back in the oven for 8 more minutes or until the top is golden brown. This is the final step. After it cools down, store it into a container for 24 to 72 hours. We want to store it for this long so then the oil can seep through and it'll make it taste better. The longer, the better. See you in 2 days. Hey guys, welcome back to day 2.
So you can also let your mooncake sit for another extra day and it will taste even better. But let's check how they turned out right now.
Let's take this one and you can go ahead and cut it. We actually don't know which one is the egg, but looks like this one has the egg in it. It's like exactly in the middle. Let's try it.
Okay. Cheers. It tastes like a mooncake.
You know what I like about it? It's like less oily than traditional mooncakes. Usually they feel really saturated with the fat, but this one tastes like healthier, but at the same time, very traditional. And I really like how the egg yolk, it's not too overpowering, it's not too salty.
I'm glad we only used half of the egg yolk.
I think this is really good. Should we invite our friends over?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. So here are our friends. Go try a mooncake.
It's really good.
What do you think about it? Is it like traditional tasting?
Perfect. I wouldn't know that you made it. It's
Awesome.
like great. Wow, it tastes really good.
Guess all our mooncakes are gone.
There's actually one.
You ate all our mooncakes?
Oh.
I gotta say, all seriousness, if I just took a bite of that mooncake you guys made, I would have thought someone bought it. I kid you not. I would have thought someone bought it. I can't believe. Was that hard?
It was pretty tedious.
Yeah, but if they follow the instructions, they can make it.
Yes.
That's, I kid you guys not, like that is like store-bought mooncake. Better because you actually know what went in there. So that's amazing. I tried making mooncakes before. It tastes more like moon dust than mooncakes. So anyway, also, you guys notice mac cheese right here. You like hot oil as well?
Yeah.
As much as I do. If you guys didn't notice, we published a store. Well, we launched a store of all these cool designs, and we got more coming out all the time. Chen used the mastermind behind these little cutesy designs, all the different dumplings. So check this store out. Get your own t-shirts. Thank you all so much for watching this video.
Bye.